breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation pride.
All right, whipping out the classic today. The original tune. Well, actually, the first one was Johnny Cash, if you remember. That was a long time ago. But there's some Hurricane Ida footage. That was Laplace, if you're wondering. That was the day after Ida, a couple years ago. All right, good morning. What's up? I got my Bucks hat on. We're still in denial. We did not lose. But man, Washington is amazing. That quarterback. How many fourth down conversions and huge third downs did they make when they had to, right? So props to them. You know, I told Emily before the game, I said it's going to be one of those games, whoever has the ball last is probably going to win. Two explosive offenses. Came down to one turnover. But we had a great time. It was Emily's birthday. Hopefully we made memories, and one day Emily will remember that day forever. She turned 19 yesterday, so that was our little daddy-daughter day, win or lose. The worst part was the drive home. It took forever to get out of there. And the kicker, Tina, what is up with that? We stayed till the end, and the darn ball hit the upright, and I'm like, this could be good, and it was bad. What do you think? Well, anyway. Hunter says good morning. Hunter's doing great. He's almost a month past his expiration date. He's back to sleeping with Daddy under the covers. He likes to crawl up in there in the mornings. Don't you, buddy? Yeah, you good boy. Well, I hope you all had a great weekend. We're going to talk about weather. I was up in Gatlinburg for a day. I had a 24-hour little trip. I had to get away. Had our cruise. Wasn't feeling that great on the cruise, so wanted to get up there and did some video. And saw some snow, and it was pretty, and got home Saturday. 24-hour turnaround, thanks to Allegiant. We flew into Knoxville. A lot of snow in Knoxville. The snow came down from the north side. Wasn't that much in the mountains, but that snow definitely came in on the north side as it low pressure escaped off to the east. So they had a lot of snow in Knoxville area. A little hairy driving at 10 o'clock at night on those little back roads, but we did it. So what's the weather like where you all are at? We're going to talk about it. What's up, Miss Shelley Ross over there on the other coast? We got some rain in the Panhandle. We're going to talk about going on right now. Oh, cover all the weather for you. Anybody watching the Squid Games? Somebody told me about that. Now I can't stop watching it. Oh, crazy. All right, so we're going to be live today, Wednesday, Friday, next week, next Monday. But then I got a really wacky couple weeks ahead of me every year in February. End of January, February. So, as always, if you want to find out when our next daily brew is, all you got to do is the very top right here of the page. I always post it right here when our next daily brew is, and you can always watch it right here in this little YouTube link too. So, there you go. Hi, Lauren wants the bigger dog. We'll do a show one day with just Hunter. How about that? Rain in Lake City, Gene Hendricks. Yep, I believe it. Atlanta was a mess. I'm glad I didn't fly into Atlanta, right? Well, we still got the Vikings on tonight, so we're going to be rooting for that, for Julie. Julie's from Minnesota. So we're switching over the red to the purple. Well, anyway, our Daily Brew is a great time. We all get together to talk weather. We talk weather during the tropics a lot. Always talk during the off season. Some. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays usually. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Hopefully you got to visit them this weekend and pick out some goodies for the big football on TV. More football to come next week. Your official adult party store of and chips and salsa. Not only fine wine and spirits, but they have some pretty darn good salsa and queso. Did you know that, Hunter? Big thanks to ABC for all that they do. Let's look on the radar right now while we say hello. That's current radar. Where did all this rain come from, you might be wondering, right? Like, oh my God, we woke up to rain. Look at that heavy rain across the upper Gulf Coast, southeast there, rolling across the Florida Panhandle right now. Cold and rainy. Hey, it's Maddie. Any sad Buck fans out there? Come on, let's all share our loss together. Morning, Ms. Ryan Anderson. What's up, our brew crew? Brew crew over here chatting away. Good to see our brew crew. Morning, Mr. Dave Waters. Denise from Bonafide, Florida. Oh, Nina got several inches up in Abington, Virginia. Another Arctic blast coming, Tina. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Yes, another cold front. I'm probably just as guilty as anybody, but man, there's a lot of hype about winter this year, isn't there? Nope, we were going to say no more hype. We got the dollar jar. Shelly, are we going to put $1 in every time I say hype? All right, let's put Hunter down. Hunter's doing great, by the way. This is your Hunter update. We'll show Louie off on Wednesday, but Hunter's doing amazing. All right, buddy, we'll see you. Denise has finished the Squid Games. It is weird. They tried, Steve. Yeah, they just didn't. I don't know. Their defense has been weak all year. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. All right, there's your current radar. Nothing too stormy out there. Just another little frontal line backing up. Cross City, I know where that's at. You guys have a beautiful little town. I've ate that Subway there before. They always have a nice memorial display. I don't know what holiday it is, but maybe 4th of July, I don't know. But they always line the streets with flags in Cross City. Morning, Miss Harold. All right, let's talk about the weather a little bit. I got some cool graphics up. Now, here's your rainfall for the next 7 days. Just kind of put it out there. Obviously, nothing out west. We're going to talk a little bit about the fires. They got more fire risks today and tomorrow, unfortunately. What's up, Robert Bowman? Yeah, it might be okay. I think the peninsula's going to be okay. There's your rainfall the next 7 days. We got another juicy area coming up this weekend. We're going to talk about for the upper Gulf Coast. Again, another front line coming through early next week. So there's going to be a lot of rain in the upper Gulf Coast this weekend. And as normal, it'll fizzle out by the time it gets to Florida. Don't think it's going to be that cold in the Florida Peninsula. We'll talk about that. Did have this graphic. I'm a little surprised. We'll see if they update it today. It hasn't been updated in a couple days, but they did show hazardous cold all the way down through Florida. Now, that's usually wind chill, too. It doesn't always necessarily mean a freeze. So, this is 115, 116, 114, 115. So, pretty much this week, this cold front that's coming through now, there's your high winds out west, unfortunately, showing up. We'll see if they adjust this or not. I don't know. I'm not seeing really anything too awfully cold in the Florida Peninsula the next week. So definitely got a big blast coming down here, but here maybe not. So we do have some wintry weather. You're going to start seeing some snow maps coming again for next week. Deja vu. Oh my God, I can't get this right here. Sorry, Lowe's. All right. Make sure this isn't, oh, it's vibrating. Let me turn the vibrator off, as everybody's speakers are probably vibrating right now. All right, so here's your temperature maps. Let's talk about the weather ahead, okay? That's what I like to do, get everybody up to speed on the weather ahead. We do have another big cold front coming down. This is day 6 through day 10. This is the 18th through the 22nd. It's pretty much the end of this week and the next weekend, early part of next week. But there's your big cold air. Look at the Florida Peninsula. Look at the East Coast. Nothing too drastic. So, yeah, big cold coming down the middle part of the U.S. Day 8 to day 14, kind of the same. This is all the way through January 26th. All right, so definitely got two big cold fronts coming down for the middle part of the U.S., but it's kind of missing out on the southeast again, Florida Peninsula. Look at even South Florida showing a little yellow above normal. Look at Alaska. What's up with that? Look at Hawaii, above normal. Alaska, above normal. It's going to be hotter in Alaska than it is in Tennessee. Who got snow? Miserable. Atlanta was terrible, wasn't it? Julie, a lot of ice. It was bad. That snow definitely came down farther south than they originally thought. But I enjoyed my little trip up to the Smokies. I always love it. Met so many people up there. It's crazy. Met 4 different couples that were up there just snow chasing like I was. They were like, yeah, we were watching your weather and we decided to come up. It was pretty neat. Met somebody in couple in the airport there, a couple airport in Knoxville, met a whole bunch at Margaritaville. So there's your cold. Monthly outlook, these are really hard to figure out. I don't know. This goes into February 7th. But anyway, this kind of gives you the end of the month and the first part of February. Nothing too drastic for temperature-wise. So maybe nothing too crazy, right? Hopefully. Rainfall. There's above average rainfall, January 18th through 22nd, day 6, days 10. You know, that's frontal line coming down. We need it down here. I'm going to show you some drought maps for the southeast. So we could get a little bit of rain January 18th to the 22nd, a little above average, and then a little bit above average on the January 20th to 26th. So that's kind of good news, right? A little bit of southerly rains here across south, across the east through January 26th. Now, here's your snow map. This is snowfall. Melissa, yeah, we had no snow in Florida. Not even, maybe Pensacola. I meant to post a picture. Radar was showing maybe some snow across the Florida tip of the panhandle there, but you would have had to get up really early to see it. But we're back to these again. This is your 1 inch or greater probability maps. Okay, now this is through next Wednesday, the 22nd. Not huge chances, okay? But enough that I'm going to talk about it because everybody else is talking about it. So, Esperanza Verrera, where'd you get the snow at? It was so cool. I went to the entrance to the Smokies and seeing people play in the snow was so fun. I seen a family doing snow angels and doing snowballs, and something about snow just makes people all giddy. Ethan, the LRC pattern. I've been following it. I don't know this year if it did all that great. I don't know. I didn't follow it this year. What's that? The Lazaric recurring cycle, right? I am fascinated by it, Ethan. That's where they take highs and lows up in the Arctic and look at 30-day patterns and long-range patterns. And pretty much, Emma, it looked like this last week. Actually, last week we had it all the way down in Tampa. I was believing we were going to get it. The models, all we are model readers. I'm not going to get on a soapbox on that, but there was a lot of model support last week showing snow. But we got it in South Florida, or Georgia and South Alabama. There you go. All right. So anyway, that's it. That's just be like Monday, Tuesday next week if we were to get anything. Cold front coming down. We'll keep an eye on it. These are percentages for 1 inch or greater. Actually, if I would have showed 0.1, it'd probably be a little farther south. Let's look at it anyways. Why not? So you got 4% chance, 6% chance of 1 inch of snow in Tallahassee. These are your European ensembles, too. These are your 51 members. But again, more importantly, the South and the East could see another round of snow. A lot of chances in Carolinas, 18, 20%. So it's worth talking about, within 10 days. We can look at a probability map here of all models, too. This is always a good one to look at. This one kind of looks at a blend of all models. And we'll just hit the old southeast, total snowfall. And we go out 10 days. I know this graphic might be hard to see, but you can kind of see the gray, right? This is a trace of snow. So I'm not totally all in yet. Trace of snow. This is all the models combined and what they think. But I'm just laying it out there. You're going to hear about it. There is chitter chatter, okay, about the possibility. Now I want to look at 0.1 percentage chances here for a tenth of snow at least. But the Euro is always over aggressive, as we have seen over and over and over and over again. But there's your chances of a tenth of inches of snow. And yes, we have a 2% chance in Oldsmar. Wink News even shared the Euro today showing some snow on the backside next week. Panhandle, always better chances in the peninsula. But that'll be something we keep an eye on, all right? They change drastically. They always start aggressive. Morning, Miss Laura Pierce. Yep. California wins. I got a graphic I'm going to show you here in a second. Morning there, Lawrence Masters. All right, so this will be kind of what I'm hyping up this week. Yes, I said hype. All right, let's look at the, I meant to have the 7-day up. Let me pull the 7-day graphic up here. I like the 7-day. All right, here is 7-day. Here's what we got today. We got rain on the upper Gulf Coast. All right, this is going through the day today. It's gonna get a little bit of rain maybe down through parts of Florida maybe this afternoon. There could be a little rain brewing right across Interstate 4. Overnight tonight, gonna try to go through the state here. There's a little old frontal line here, nothing too major. But look at that. There's rain through Florida Peninsula tonight. A little bit of rain. A little bit of snow up there, Great Lakes area. Tomorrow, Tuesday, then the front's kind of fizzled out a little bit. Nothing too cold. A little bit of snow up north. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, snow up north. Nothing too drastic. South Texas rains tomorrow afternoon. Here's Wednesday morning. Kind of quiet. A little bit of rain South Texas Wednesday morning. No crazy temperatures. A little bit of backside lake effect snow up north on Wednesday. Wednesday night. There's that next little area starting to brew here for rain in the weekend. Our front's going to back up to another approaching front. Here's snow on Thursday. And then Friday morning, there's our next blob coming up. There's our next little rain getting pulled up to the next front. This is Friday. So Texas rains, Louisiana rains, Mississippi rains on Friday. Friday night it gets really heavy across the upper Gulf Coast. Friday night, here's Saturday. So there's our next big juicy area, Friday and Saturday. Not a lot of wintry weather on this one. Could see rain. There's really no true low pressure area, so it's kind of more of just a sloppy front backing up a little bit. Saturday. There's Saturday. Our front's trying to come in. A little bit of snow on the backside on Saturday. So we could see some Smoky Mountain snow again this weekend. If you want a snow chase this weekend. Sunday morning, there's our front coming through. Not a really big system. This is Sunday morning. Sunday night. And then Monday morning. Front kind of there. So there's really nothing exciting weather-wise. Temperature-wise, let's take a look at that. Not seeing anything too drastic with temperatures. At least, I don't know. Man, those single-digit numbers that was being hyped definitely never happened. Thank goodness, right? We were looking at some crazy temperatures, high temperatures. Now watch this. What happens in the south here the next few days? So here's high temperatures tomorrow, 50s across the upper Gulf Coast. But watch what happens during the week. We get a slow warm-up. Here's Thursday. We get 60s up through Texas. Here's Friday. 70s in Texas. 60s across the south now. Saturday. Next frontal line's coming in. But look at this. 80s. So definitely seeing warmth return to the southeast this weekend coming up. Here's some 80s, upper 80s on Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. And there's our next front coming in Sunday. But again, I'm not seeing any crazy temperatures. I really don't know why they got us under an extreme temperature thing. I just don't see it. Here's tomorrow lows. Maybe some 30s in the upper Gulf Coast, but nothing crazy. Slow warm up. So I ain't seeing anything too drastic to stress about yet. Now, middle of next week, we have that big cold front coming down, but we're only seeing 40s across the Interstate 4. It's got some 20s and 30s maybe for a week from Wednesday, but there's your single digits up north. Obviously, it'll be freezing up north. We got negatives across Wisconsin and Mississippi, Minnesota. This is a week from Wednesday, so definitely lock and change on that. Right. Here's your Euro. Just kind of put it out there. What's cooking? Here's end of the week stuff. Thursday starting to brew. You can kind of see it working itself up to that front line over the weekend. Here's Saturday morning. Here's Sunday morning. Pushes south into next week. That front line just kind of lingers, actually. This is next Tuesday, a week from Tuesday. So that front's going to come through, but I'm not seeing anything too crazy. No huge weather event. They're all talking about a lot of cold, but I don't see it yet. Nothing. I mean, it's cold. It's winter. It's freaking. We have cold fronts, but until we get 30s in the peninsula, it's really not a cold front. But anyway, there's your little lingering front through the early part of next week. Kind of hangs out a little bit, so might get some rain. Maybe. All right. Wildfires. Man, all right. Gloomy Palm Harbor Gale. Car warranty call. Yeah, Robert. I remember the snow. We had a few times snow here. It's not too gloomy, Gale. I guess it is gloomy. What's the radar look like? We might have some rain later tonight. let's take a look here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm still in Knoxville. Hang on a minute. You got to rechange your default. There it is. Yeah. Rain up there in the Big Bend area. Definitely raining. Steenhatchee on the back door there. Perry just went through Perry. So we might get some later today. No storms with that. Anyway, out west, obviously everybody's been, watching that. We unfortunately have a particular dangerous situation. Red flag warning out there again. Just big winds, man. Dry temperatures, 40, 50, 60, 70 mile an hour wind gusts, 8 to 15% humidity. So that's still going on out west. Terrible fires, and the timing is, unfortunately, for this graphic they put out last night, Tuesday to Wednesday, not today. They're worried about tomorrow and Wednesday. So this is not like yesterday's news. This is future news. More areas that could see some fires. So this is not ending anytime soon. I've had a lot of people ask me about Florida and the southeast. I do have a wildfire potential outlook maps here. If you go to Mike's Weather page on the very bottom left over here, there's a wildfire potential map and a drought map. You click on this wildfire potential map and it pulls up the month of January. But then we have actually other months. If you click on that, you can look at fire outlook and you can see like February, March, different areas. Here's the February outlook. Unfortunately, more areas in the southeast for us, Texas, Oklahoma area. That's February's outlook. And this is going to extend to March and then April. So people have been asking me about where we live here in the southeast, and there's definitely January, February, March, and April showing could see above normal fire risk, and that's because things are dry. Not a lot of rain is expected. Current drought map here kind of starting to show areas popping up again. And it's just so weird to see areas that were hit with hurricanes still like becoming now, moderate drought, panhandle. So could be a story down the road. I know, we'll see, but I know our last show somebody was asking me about that, so I do have those maps on my site if you're curious about it. So, Travis, there's a good little chance of maybe snow in Charlotte next week. Again, I know they had some this week, right? You had about an inch, if I remember reading correctly. Let's see any other maps here we can look at, but that's about it. So, rain today will fizzle out. We got another little batch brewing later in the week, into the weekend. It's going to push itself through early part of next weekend. Maybe linger around South Florida. Look at the GFS here. And you can see this last little push of rain. So we might have a little rain sneaking in on Florida here at the end of the week. Comes out of the Gulf. Some of the models had it higher, some have it lower. This is next Thursday, Friday this week here, so we could see some sneaky little rains. And then the weekend lines right here. This is Saturday this weekend. A little snow on the backside. So if you're snow chasing, again, looks like the Smokies could have some snow this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There's our line coming through Sunday. And it looks like it will kind of linger. This is next Tuesday. So that's looking pretty definite. But not seeing anything extreme for the southeast other than potential snow maps. Let's look at a couple latest runs of the GFS here. And see what it was showing for snowfall. Here's the latest 6Z realistic through next week. Heavy snow for the mountains over the weekend. northward. Latest 00Z. There's that crazy run. You get 1 out of every 4. That's kind of what the Euro is showing. This is next timing. If we were to get anything sneaky like this, it'd be first part of next week. This is Tuesday. Last night's 18Z, showing a little bit of southern snow. But look how they just bounce around. So here's the 18Z, here's the 00Z, and then the most recent 6Z, nothing. But still got a little snow chances, so enough to keep the hopes alive if you're looking for that. Here's yesterday's 12Z. Not really showing much other than Texas, Louisiana. So you can see the models are thinking that we could see a little bit of moisture come down first part of the week next week. But nothing solid yet to go all in. Canadian not showing much through next Wednesday. So, slight chance. Good morning, Miss Loretta Reed. Good morning. So, that's it. Very dry, Sammy says, over in Claremont. I believe it. Our little lake out back is struggling right now. It was overflowing during Milton. Now it's not even barely any water on it. Melissa, I don't see rain in the forecast for California. Not in the next week. Next 7-day rains. 7-day forecast, not showing anything. It's a 7-day rain forecast. So, not good news out there, unfortunately. So, Teresa, you might get some snow. Good morning, Dina. There's enough to keep watching, Teresa, for Carolina snow this weekend. Or first part of next week, more than anything. But we'll see. Anyway, well, today's Monday. Good day to call Kim. I think we had a couple more bookings here in the last few weeks. Our MWP cruise here. There's a link right here. Kim will get you all hooked up. We're going to be sailing the first week of June on our 4th annual weather cruise. A bunch of weather groupies having a good time. Love to have you. We have a lot of fun, a lot of activities and conventions and swag bags and shenanigans. So not too late. Still several months away. June is our sail date out of Cape Canaveral on the brand new Utopia of the Seas. So love to see you there. And if we have any Cat 1, Cat 5 subscribers from our website, make sure you join us on our MWP chat. That is our private little home of website supporters. So we'd love to see you over there. Check for your email from Miss Shelley to get your invite to MWP chat. That way you don't miss any posts that I do. And you can watch the Daily Brew over there too. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We will be back live on Wednesday and Friday. So we'll keep an eye on the weather. As always, I'll be posting all kinds of stuff. Nothing imminent to stress about, which is good this time of year, right? I guess we'll be rooting for the Vikings tonight. Bucks are done. Sad night, but still had fun. All right. Have a great Monday. We will see everybody on